Imagine a woman who doesn't chase hearts. She commands presence, draws energy, and lives by her own rules. That's the Sigma female. She doesn't seek love, she attracts power. Welcome. Today we're diving into a rare kind of woman, the Sigma female. She doesn't fit the usual mold. She doesn't ask for permission. She doesn't wait for someone else to give her worth. Instead, she stands tall, alone if she must, and attracts power, not by force, but through quiet mastery. So, who exactly is the Sigma female? Let's define this archetype. A Sigma female is someone who exists outside the typical social hierarchy. While an alpha might lead the pack and others follow, the Sigma chooses her own path. She isn't concerned with being seen as dominant or submissive. She simply is. She values independence, self-sufficiency, and authenticity above all else. She doesn't feel the need to prove herself to others because she already knows her own value. Yes, she might seem enigmatic. She might enjoy her solitude. But it's in that solitude that she becomes strong, refined, and magnetically calm. One of the core ideas about this archetype is that she doesn't seek love. But what does that actually mean? First, seeking something often implies a lack. It's like searching to fill a gap. The Sigma female doesn't view love as something she's incomplete without. She already finds wholeness and value within herself. Second, she knows that love isn't the only form of power. While so many stories tie a woman's worth to her relationship status, she sees beyond that. The love she attracts isn't needy. It's aligned with her energy, her goals, and her purpose. Third, she builds her world in such a way that when someone comes into it, it's on her terms, or sometimes not at all. Her foundation is her own life, her vision, her growth. Because of that, love becomes a choice, not a necessity. So if she isn't chasing love, what is she attracting? Power. But let's clarify what that means. Power doesn't always mean being loud, dominant, or recognized. It can mean a quiet gravity. Her independence is a key trait. She manages her own life and doesn't wait for a savior. Her self-reliance is another. She handles her own challenges and knows that solitude is where her strength grows. She possesses deep self-knowledge. She reflects and understands her motivations, and that depth is magnetic. She is fiercely authentic and doesn't conform just to fit in or seek external validation. She has firm boundaries, silently demanding respect by knowing her worth and not allowing others to diminish it. Finally, she cultivates quality relationships. She may have fewer people in her world, but those she allows in are there for a real connection, not just for show. All of these traits combine to create an energy field that people notice. It attracts opportunities, influence, and meaningful relationships. That's the power she draws in. It's also essential to dispel some common myths. Myth number 1. Sigma females are unsociable. This is false. She might prefer solitude at times, but she isn't anti-people. She simply chooses when, where, and how she engages. Myth 2. She doesn't care about relationships. Actually, she cares deeply, but on her terms. She values authenticity and alignment, not just the status of being in a relationship. Myth 3. She's the same as an alpha female. Not quite. The Sigma doesn't crave the spotlight or lead for the sake of recognition. She leads from within, sometimes without anyone even knowing it. And myth 4. She is cold or detached. On the contrary, her emotional intelligence is strong. She feels deeply, but also knows when to act and when to step back. So why does this archetype matter today? In a world saturated with images of what women should be, always beautiful, relational, sometimes even submissive, the Sigma offers a different path. It's a reminder that power and love aren't mutually exclusive, but love doesn't have to be the primary goal. It can simply be a part of the world she builds. For any woman watching this, recognizing the Sigma within you means embracing your own standards, owning your voice, and walking your path. It means attracting rather than chasing. For those of you in relationships, understanding this helps you relate differently. Recognizing that a soulful connection comes from standing in your own wholeness, not from filling a void. For society, it shifts our conversation from what women need to what women choose. The Sigma female is a choice, not a label to trap you, but a compass to guide you. What does this look like in day-to-day life? Let's paint a picture. She might decline weekend plans if they don't align with her energy, without any fear of missing out. She might travel alone or start a solo project just because she wants to, and she's perfectly fine with that. She honors her inner world. She socializes, but she also fiercely protects her alone time. In a relationship, she doesn't surrender her identity. She supports her partner, yes, but not at the cost of losing herself. She sets her own goals and pursues them quietly but relentlessly, motivated from within, not by applause or approval. If you're drawn to this and want to cultivate more of this energy in your life, here are some steps you can take. First, know your values. What truly matters to you? Make that your guiding light. Second, build self-sufficiency. Practice making your own decisions and solving your own problems. This doesn't mean never asking for help, but knowing you can rely on yourself. Third, develop inner stillness. Spend time alone to reflect. Ask yourself the hard questions. Who am I? What do I want? Next, create boundaries. Learn to say no when you need to, protecting your time and energy. People will respect you for it. Choose your relationships wisely. Seek those who reflect your values and respect your independence. And finally, focus on growth. Read, learn, try new things, and embrace your uniqueness. Your power comes from what makes you different. Over time, these practices will shift your energy. You stop chasing validation and begin attracting the right kind of power and opportunities into your life. Now, we must not confuse this power with emptiness. A Sigma female isn't heartless. She feels deeply and loves authentically, but she never places her worth in someone else's hands. She allows love into her world, but it complements her life instead of defining it. This balance is vital. Power without connection can lead to isolation, while connection without power can lead to dependency. She finds and chooses both. And when love comes, not because she's incomplete, but because someone recognized the whole woman she already is, that love becomes transformative, not transactional. So what happens when a Sigma female enters your world? You might notice a few things. She speaks with honesty, not to impress, but to express. She's comfortable in silence. She asks thoughtful questions. She doesn't cling or chase. She'll step back from relationships that demand more than she is willing to give. She lives with purpose, and her passions truly matter to her. For the right person, this is magnetic. For someone seeking dependency, it might feel unsettling, because she won't fill a gap or change who she is. She will be true to herself and expect you to meet her at that same level of authenticity. Let S circle back to our title. The Sigma female doesn't seek love, she attracts power. This isn't to say she rejects love, but she doesn't define herself by it. She lives her life with strength, clarity, and self-worth. And because she does, the love that finds her comes in a different form, stronger, purer, and more aligned. If you're watching this and you recognize parts of yourself in this description, you are in the company of a rare breed. Honor it. Don't apologize for your depth, your quiet strength, or your inward gaze. Let your path be your power. Let your presence attract what aligns with you. And if you're a friend, partner, or colleague of a Sigma female, see her for who she truly is. Respect her autonomy, support her freedom, and you will understand why her magnetism isn't about control. It's about authenticity. Thank you for watching. If you found value here, take a moment to reflect. Which part of the Sigma energy do you want to bring into your life? Write it down. Commit to it. Take that first step and watch as your influence shifts, silently but powerfully. If this resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content.